Good afternoon on this Wednesday, February 10th, 2016. Time is approaching 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. As I look out my window in Leonardville, Vermont at my college, I'm seeing what looks like a nice snow shower. Some pretty good lap straights overhead today. But that's not what this video is about. This video, believe it or not, is Weather Challenge. Woohoo! Yes, so day 3 for San Bernardino, South Dakota. Very interesting city, much different than New Orleans. Proximity to different air masses, not just the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, so starting things off a little differently, looking at the surface analysis across the northern Plains, Midwest. And you can see here we are, ABR, currently 19 degrees with an east-northeast wind. And here is 9 degrees and even colder. Yes, so if your wind's coming in that direction and you have overcast skies, how are you going to warm up? You also have a tenth of an inch of precipitation that fell last night in the form of snow. Likely had about 15 or so to 1 ratio, snow to liquid ratio. So I'd say the ground's pretty well covered with about 1.5 inches of snow. So why did the 12Z USL have 25 for a high today? And the 22Z USL at 24. Well, so the 12Z USL and other models I looked at had the southeast wind for most of the day, trending to east-northeast. There's a bit of an interesting trend in the 22Z run. You really lose that southeast wind and have more of an east-southeast wind trending more towards northeast. Observations, pretty much east. One brief moment with east-southeast, but for the most part, easterly winds. So instead of tapping this air, you're tapping directly into this air. So that might be a reason why the models were way too warm today. A lot of cloud cover as well. So the sun really can't really get through the deck of clouds. Here's the visible satellite. So you can see persisting low-level stratus over the area, and also you have your albedo from the snow, which is reducing the impact of any sort of diffused sunlight. Okay, so we have this nice strip of clouds in place, so we can go ahead. Let's take a look at temperatures. So temperatures have held pretty steady in the Aberdeen area for the past 12 hours or so, hovering in the upper teens. If I get distracted, it's because I'm looking outside at the big snowflakes. Sorry in advance. Yes, so yeah, that 1.5 inches or so of snow fell overnight, and temperatures haven't really moved up a whole lot. Up to 19 right now. Don't think the temperatures will move up much more, although we are getting another OBS. Very nervous. My forecast high today was 19. They hit 20. They were 20 at 6Z. This is 6Z right here. So I already have an error point in the high, but definitely beat the models for sure, which had middle 20s. No. Not with everything in place. But yeah, let's get an update here. Okay, temperature fell back down to 18 degrees. So I definitely can say with high confidence that temperature is not going above 20 this afternoon. So here we got 18. East-northeast wind, never mind southeast. And your ceiling's 1,500 feet, and you have that a couple inches of snow on the ground. So yeah, that's a wrap for today. Models just day 1 and day 2 really struggled. The actual high for day 1 was 34. Yeah, look back at my videos. You'll see the insanity that the models try to bring on people in this city. Anyways, we're moving on. Day 3, that's what this video is for. But a nice recap of day 2 because my previous video really did not capture the full idea on the high temperature. So 19. All right, we'll try the 18Z run. Not sure what's going to happen towards the end of the day 3 period, but So you do have these low clouds hanging on. The model really isn't too representative of that, but yes, we do know based on the satellite there's a lot of low-level stratus. So it looks like maybe some clearing. I'll have to check some other sources, but looks like we have another batch of clouds up in this region, although they might have a hard time making their way. Okay, so that's the end of the forecast run. So let me go to the 15Z. There we go. Let's see. So yeah, this model run also has these clouds to the northwest, not really making their way into the area. You have some stratus down here. Okay. Okay, so it looks like, okay, 15Z. So the clouds do make it into the area, maybe some light snow. Okay. And then 0Z. So it looks like this kind of just sits on them for a bit. Okay, so I'll have to take a look at that. So it looks like another interesting day for day 3. So this city just does not give up on interesting weather. So let's take a look here. Okay, so yeah, you maintain this low-level stratus deck, and then you start to see some building high clouds while the low levels dry out a little bit, and then you get between 0Z and about 6Z, you do have a nice saturated layer. That's the 12Z NAM. 12Z GFS, similar story. Let's see, so a little bit better saturated on the GFS. So high tomorrow is going to be tricky, I can already tell. Because the NAM's not really showing much in the way of, there's a lot of relative humidity in the column, but is this a cloud or is this not a cloud? GFS says a lot of that's a cloud. And with snow on the ground, that might be a cloud. The sun might have a hard time really breaking up some clouds. There really isn't a lot of lift tomorrow, so while there's a lot of moisture, I don't think any sort of snow or whatever does fall will accumulate to too much. PWatt's about 0.4, so a little bit less than they were for today's snowfall. So let's see, the models, okay, so about 0.05, so yeah, a little bit less than today. This probably falls over a long period, yeah. I don't know, what is this gook? I don't know. Okay, but yeah, we're focused in on this. It really doesn't add up to much. So yeah, intervals of snow shower activity, light snow, looks to be expected during the day tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like clouds. We'll check the USL in just a second. Okay, so let's take a look at the winds. Very, very, very light winds, trending to the south. So let's okay. I'll look at the temperature profile compared to today. A lot of warmer looking colors because you have this Arctic air mass which just sits right on top of them. This what wants to be an Arctic air mass. Looks like, so yeah, maybe day 4 might be a little colder. But yeah, day 3, this is very funky looking. Not really used to seeing this look like the way it is. That's the NAM. Here's the GFS. Okay, so you kind of warming with that low. I don't know if that's going to even be warm advection, but yeah, it has things warming up into the later end of the period. Not really much in the way associated with sunshine. Boundary layer is very shallow like it was today. Let's see. What do these have for clouds? I kind of just got distracted by the precipitation. So it does definitely show some clouds. And you also have that snow on the ground. And it looks like temperatures as a whole kind of stay pretty cold, especially after tonight. Really get cold tonight. I think overnight lows tonight drop either side of 10, especially with the snowpack and easterly flow. That might take a while to warm up. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at the regional 2-minute temperatures. See what kind of air mass that might be brought in. This is the 18Z NAM. Out to 15 hours. Let's see what that brings us. Yeah, that's no good. So we'll just check out the 12Z run. Okay. So here we go, 0Z, 3Z, 6Z. You can see that the temperatures really fall off tonight. And here we are at 12Z, 10 degrees, and then slow rebound. And then up to 20, and then things kind of level off. So, yeah, look, definitely compared to, okay, so you really don't have this cold air mass in place, really cold air mass in place, tapping that all day. Tomorrow looks definitely more, where am I going with this? Okay, here we go. So a bit more uniform with the exception of this much warmer air. But yeah, it looks like they do stay on the colder side of things, as they have been. Huh. Okay. So weak southerly flow, I don't think that really warms them up too much. I'm kind of skeptical of the warming that takes place in this area with the clouds. Let's go back. 6 hours. 18Z, yeah, you do have some clouds. So yeah, today might be colder than the models might. Tomorrow might be a little colder than the models might be showing. The models are really having a hard time, as I said earlier in this video. So let's see what the NAM. Let's focus back in on the city and check the radar. It can be really limiting to really look this close, but I'm going to do it anyway. So here's 15Z. Take a look at the forecast sounding. That's a wicked large dendritic growth zone. Holy moly. It's about 13,000 feet. So if you get snow, if you get good enough lift in that, you'll get some good snowflakes. But you do have the drier layer and really no lift at all. But yeah, you start off really cold and then slowly warm up. Let's get the actual guitar in there. Yeah, so you do maintain a well saturated layer. And then it's tricky how much sun they might get tomorrow. Yeah, this period, early on in the period, you have these mid-level clouds. Okay. Blabbering too much. Let's actually go to the USL and see what this model thinks. Okay, so I'm just looking at the cloud coverage situation, not really looking at temperature just yet. So yeah, it has increasing clouds in the afternoon. Looks like more scattered in the morning, and you do see a bit of sunshine. And then it just keeps warming with a southerly flow. Not so sure about that. 27, that looks toasty. It hit 25 today, and so far it has hit 20. Nice try. 0.07. So yeah, pretty light on that. Okay, so what is the NAM? NAM has 22. Really, the question is, how much sun did they get? And they're going to start off really cold, really light winds, so good radiational cooling tonight for the snowpack especially. Just how much sun do they get? I'm not sure how much faith I put in the models with this. So definitely have to think about this. The GFS has a lot more clouds, it seems. And then, yeah, it's a little warmer. Would you know? Would you look at that? And a pretty big uncertainty on the low. GFS's low resolution's kind of killing us right now, especially the tight gradient that exists. Probably why the GFS probably isn't a better model for this. And then again, the USL high resolution's terrible too, so I don't know. Yeah, southerly flow. I don't really know how substantial. I really don't think that's going to be substantial at all, just because the areas to the south don't really warm up too much tomorrow. It's RPM surface temperatures in the region. I'm sure it'll show a similar idea. Okay. And this has lower teens. They have a chance to get even lower than that. I'm really not sure how low they do get tonight. And then, yeah, slow rise tomorrow. And then I expect things to kind of level off, especially with us snow ongoing. But I don't know when that even starts. There's a lot of disagreement. Okay, so southerly flow. Tap again slightly warm, but this might even be too warm. It's tricky. So maybe probably a little more warmer than today. They have more sun. They lose the east flow, so warmer than 20? I think so. We'll see. And the low, P-Watt's about 0.3, so not the best radiational cooling conditions. GFS Moss is wicked cold. 4. NAM Moss is 1, okay. And here's the USL, 12. Wow, okay. Might be into doing some of the radiational cooling. Snowpack. There's just 2 inches of snow on the ground or so. That's going to help him. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video. Good luck.